Hello people of the internet, it's Bean and it's time for another video, yay! So today I want to do another small business based video, and this time I want to go through the things I've learned on my journey of having a small business and what I've learned from other small businesses. And this is going to be my six biggest kind of mistakes that I see small businesses make and that I've made as well. I'm not going to do the normal top mistakes a business makes and it be like, do your bookkeeping. You know you gotta do your bookkeeping. If you're not doing your bookkeeping, please do your bookkeeping, because I didn't do it for my first year. I didn't keep track of it. And then when tax season comes along, you will scream and cry and vomit everywhere, have explosive diarrhea. But I'm gonna go through the smaller things that I've kind of noticed while I've had a business, and hopefully these tips will help someone. And if you have any other tips or things that you wish you hadn't done or wish you had done sooner, whatever you want, please put it in the comments, because it would be really cool to help the small business. Because we're not about competition here at the Bean channel, we're about working together and helping each other and making a beautiful community of cool people. My very first one, which is one of the first ones you've got to think about when you first start your business, is a good brand name. I feel like a lot of people will just use their full names or something, so it'd be like Margaret Jones Attire or something like that, and I can't remember stuff like that, and you have to think about things that people are going to remember. I feel like words are good, or like a play on your name or a play on words. So I can list some names off the top of my head that are really easy for me to remember. This would be Catnip, which is really cute, stationery, stickers, prints, cute stuff on Etsy. Fox and Cactus, they do really cool acrylic jewelry and the most amazing washi tape ever. Oh my gosh, I've got so much of their tape. Cat Food Cakes is a fabulous one, bakery stuff. So you have to think about what people are gonna remember and what's gonna stick in their brains. I normally think something weird is quite good, or something that's like a little play on word, like Cat Food Cakes is good, because I'm like, cat food like a cat eats? No, it's for people, it's a bakery, and it plays in your brain a little bit more. I kind of did that with my brand, Dipstick. I know that's a really weird name, but I feel like it's weird enough that people will remember it. I was really inspired by two clothing brands that I was shopping at the time, which is Lazy Oaf and Minga. Both of them are kind of insult weird, and it's weird to say where did you get a top from? Oh, it's from Lazy Oaf. You're like, why are you calling me that? That's rude. Never perceive me again. I think it's really important as well that if you have a brand name, you need to Google it and make sure, one, that no one else is using it, and two, I mean, if you're picking a weird word or a weird set of words that no one's going to normally Google, no one's going to be like, I'm looking for a fox and a cactus. They're not going to be looking for that. But if they see your brand and they type in fox and cactus, first thing that comes up is going to be you, which is the best. If we're doing something more boring, let me think of a really boring thing, like knitted jumpers co. Loads of stuff's going to come up. So you need something that's, a little weird, but also short, clean. People are going to remember it. There's so many brands that I've shopped from that are really flipping good, but the name will always just filter out my head because it's either really long or it's their name, and I'm not very good with names. I can't remember people's names. I'll be like Lucy, Lulu, blah, 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 blah. I can't think of the name, so having a word I think is better. Tip number 2 is underpricing. I see you. Too many of you people sell your products for too low because you think it's going to get you more sales. Merp, it doesn't. Sorry. Just with no context. If you underprice, there are 2 things that your customers presume. 1, your products poo-poo. They suck. They're no good. It's bad quality. That's why it's cheap. Number 2, they think you're a con artist and a scammer. If you're selling things for a good price, people are going to trust you more. They're going to know that your product is of good quality. You're going to be happier because you'll actually be making money instead of losing it. And you're going to enjoy working on the orders more. I see far too many businesses completely underprice themselves. You need to make sure that you're giving yourself a wage, because once you make a small business, it's not the fun little cute little hobby anymore. This is a job and you should be paid for it, even if you love it and it's the best, most fun thing you ever have. You need to make sure you're pricing it correctly, and also packaging, you need to make sure that your packaging is in the price. People forget about that all these cardboard boxes and tissue paper and bubble wrap, that all falls under your outgoings. So please make sure you're making money. Just because you're not getting a lot of sales quickly doesn't mean that your stuff is too expensive. You need time to make your audience and get that customer base. But it takes time to do it. But if you start changing your prices and fiddling around and making things a lot cheaper because you got scared and you think no one's going to buy from you, don't do that. People are going to pay. If your product's good, they're going to pay for it. My third one is something I've done and something loads of people have done. Getting too much of a product. I've been stuck with hundreds of t-shirts before because I'm stupid and I thought I could sell them all, but guess what, I can't. There's a lot of businesses online that will manufacture products for you, but they'll be like, you have to have 1,000 of them. So you'll be like, okay, I can probably sell them, and then you're stuck with them for like 5 years. You need like just little bits of things, like for example, printed.com. They do really good prints and greeting cards and manufacture it for you. They're a really good brand, and the best thing about them is you can select how much quantity you want. So you could have like 3, you could make like 3 prints and then see if they sell, and then you can kind of dip your foot in there instead of spending all your money straight away on this is the thing that everyone's going to buy, and then it doesn't work and then it just feels really awkward. It's so much better to have stuff that you can produce more on demand, especially as you're starting out. Maybe later down the line you might be able to make a bit more of an investment, and if you do, put the feelers out as well. Don't just be like, I've made this thing and I have 1 million of these backpacks, people are gonna love them, and then it doesn't work out, and it sucks, to be honest. It really sucks, but sometimes that's just how it is. So one of my main tips is, please don't buy loads of one thing. Funny enough, undervaluing yourself, this one goes hand in hand with that. And now we've got the overspending, which I've definitely done, and I've seen a lot of other businesses do as well. Overspending, I see it mostly. It could be with what I just talked about, which is I have 1 million t-shirts and I can't sell them all because I don't have a big enough audience for it. But it can also be on packaging. I see that quite a lot, that people really want to have like, oh, let's have the most fancy packaging. I'm going to get that no issue tissue paper that's all like custom, and it's like £200 for however many sheets. I need to get this, I need to get these fancy pink boxes. All the boxes need to be pink. If someone's buying from you and they really like your product, they ain't buying it for a cardboard box. They're buying it because they really like your product. So especially as you're starting out, it can be something that you work towards eventually as you're selling more and you've got quite a consistent, stable amount of sales. Then maybe you might be like, oh, maybe I should wholesale a load of like boxes with my brand on or something. But it really isn't that important to have that. I personally just get plain brown boxes from eBay or Amazon, somewhere like that. I get pink or another colour tissue paper. I buy some small round stickers that say thank you on them. As well as that, I always get thank you cards printed. This is just a side note, but I think thank you cards are bloody brilliant. And when I don't get a thank you card in an order, I'm like, guess I weren't that bothered about little old me. But I think if you get a thank you card, you're like, oh yeah, this is like a person. This isn't just a brand. This is like Mrs. Nimblebottom is selling her cakes and she's really thankful. And I'll remember that it's a person rather than it's Amazon or it's a big brand that don't really care about me. It makes you feel more valued as a customer. So that's just a side note. I think thank you cards are the only thing in packaging that I think are really important. And of course, like the packaging needs to be good quality, as in, yeah, items need to get to the right place without being smashed into 1 million pieces. And you also have to think that a lot of this stuff just gets thrown in the bin. And if you want to be eco-friendly, then it's kind of a waste. My other kind of like small business ick as well is putting sweets or some sort of food in a package. I don't like that because you don't know what allergic reactions people have got, or if they're like vegetarian, they're not going to have certain sweets. And yeah, I just kind of think that's a waste, and I think that's more like just throwing stuff away and throwing money away as well. So sorry to all the people that have sweets in their boxes. I'm really sorry. Number 5, I think this is number 5. Number 5, don't bother with ads. They suck. I'm talking about the social media ads and the paying to promote on TikTok and whatever. I've not seen it benefit any business before. I tried it many, many years ago on Instagram. It didn't really produce much more for like customers. It didn't really do anything. And it's really expensive. If you're starting out and you're trying to grow your account, I really wouldn't bother with it because I just think it's throwing money down the bin. That's what I'd say. I think on social media, keep interacting with people, find other businesses like yourself, get a friendship going, because as I said before, it's not about the competition. We're all doing our own little things in the small business world. There's no competition. It's really nice to network and make some friends who do similar things to you. And then you can kind of share each other and kind of grow from there. You have a much better chance of growing from that than from buying ads. I'd like to do a video about that another time where we test like Instagram ads or something and see if it actually does anything. I would love to try that again. But if you're just starting out, don't bother. Just don't bother with it because it's just a waste of money, and it's just not Elon Musk. Who's the other guy? The Facebook man is like just taking your money, so don't do it. My last tip is kind of related to number 5. So neglecting your marketing. This is a tip that I've learned that I should be doing more. Just being more online, on the internet more, posting on your socials, making your reels and your TikToks. And yeah, I see so many people that also get scared to post because they feel like they're repeating themselves, like, here's this product, here it is, here's this product, here it is, here's this product again, here it is. And it feels like you're just like, just repeating yourself, but it's not, because you don't know who's going to see it. So I think if you can keep posting the same clips, reuse them. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Find things that are trending on TikTok, videos that you like, or other creators that inspire you. Have a look through their sounds and their audio, see what's trending at the minute, and then try and work your products into that. And also, you don't need to just do reels and posts and everything on your brand just about your products. I think it's really cool when businesses do stuff about themselves as well, and we get to see the person behind the business, because that's what makes shopping from a small business fun. As I said before, it's great when you get a thank you card. It's great to be valued as a customer. Somewhere like Amazon, these are just numbers to them, but to a small business, it's really special to have like these people that support you, because then you're like, oh, I can get my groceries this week. It's like such a different relationship than with a big brand, and people love that. So don't be afraid to post a selfie or do like a funny TikTok or something relatable, or as well as that, what your audience kind of likes as well is a good thing to go off of. You could do something funny if you're doing like, say you're selling jewellery like me, you might do like a styling video, like here's a video of me styling my earrings with this outfit. It doesn't have to be as like, look at my jewellery, here it is. We can do like other things where you're like, I'm wearing my earrings today. So I'd say don't be afraid to just post funny stuff on your TikTok, and if you're using the same clips and like mashing them in different ways, that's fine too. I even see other businesses just use the same video and repost it with like a different caption, and one will have like 100 views, and then for some reason the second one will have like thousands. It doesn't make any sense. TikTok and Instagram is a lot about just throwing things at a wall and just seeing if something will stick. It is hard with social media because it does feel like a prison. It feels like that you have to post every day or the algorithm will hate you, which is true, and it does suck. But when you can get that rolling and you can really work at it, or you get a video that does really well, it will help you so much. So it is worth just throwing stuff together, throwing it out there, seeing what happens. And also work out as well on your analytics on Instagram and TikTok and things like that, and see when your viewers are popping by the most, so you can get the biggest push then. Push your products down people's throats. So I hope that helped. If you have any other tips, pop them down in the comments, because I'd like to know. So now we're done with that, it's time for Small Business of the Week or video or whatever. I'm trying to make a jingle. So last week we talked about Yo-Yo the Rice Corps. They do really cool clothing, t-shirts, pinafores, dungarees, the most adorable stuff ever. This week I want to talk about Yasmin Cousins, who is a freelance illustrator and does the cutest mugs and prints and little tea towels you will ever see in your ding-dang life. Me and my partner, we're obsessed that we have this little ghost mug. Look, how cute is that? We have this. The light is ruining everything, but it says gracefully freaking out. The coolest, cutest mugs ever. So cute, amazing illustrations. I'll put their link down in the bottom of the description, so go and check them out and give them some love. And I guess that's it. So that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your evening, whatever time zone you're in. Remember to stay hydrated, get plenty of sleep, and love yourself always. Goodbye. Oh.